Skinamarink is a film that has gotten a lot of buzz on TikTok and social media, and this film basically revolves around two kids, Kevin and Kylie, who wake up in the middle of the night to just find out that both their parents are gone and shit's disappearing in the house, like doors and windows. And this whole film just feels like a fucking nightmare. An hour and 40 minutes of just shots like this, and like this. And just because these shots are just stills of a fucking corner or a dark room, it does not mean that it's not scary. This film is fucking creepy. It creeped the shit out of me. I watched this with headphones on, and it's just fucking unsettling. It just feels like you're stuck in this fever nightmare you just can't wake up from. Something interesting about this film is that director Kyle Edward Bell actually filmed this in his childhood home, which makes it just fucking creepy because he did an amazing job in making the house itself the fucking creepiest part of the whole movie. And that's what worked most for me in this movie, because it kind of reminded me when I was a child and you kind of wake up from a nightmare and you would stare into a corner of your room. It's just completely dark and your mind would just start fucking with you, making stuff up that's not really there. And this movie did that for me throughout. You would stare into these dark hallways and you will hear the audio in the background, distorted voices, the white noise, and you'll kind of just see shit that's not really there. And it's just fucking creepy. And just because the film is creepy, I still think it's going to be a hit or miss for a lot of people, because the first 30 minutes of the film I found were fucking boring. I wasn't engaged. I was just looking at parts of these characters walking around the house, lights turning on and off, voices, the parents talking at first, and then the kids just fucking talking throughout the movie. The one thing that you'll clearly see is going to be a TV, one of those old TVs, the big fat ones, playing a cartoon. And as the film progresses, you'll kind of get used to it, because your brain will start picking up like, oh shit, something's about to go down. Either the cartoons start playing, the TV turns on, the TV turns off, the cartoons stop playing, your brain starts playing tricks and you're like, oh shit, is something about to happen? Or you hear the white staticky noise, or this distorted voices. It's super disturbing, and not in the like gruesome way, but the film does let the audience make the scaring for themselves, if that makes sense, because that's the most effective part of this film, that you don't know what the fuck you're looking at, and it's creepy as fuck. You're looking at a dark hallway, and you're just making these things up in your head, like seeing shit that's not really there, you know? And one aspect that I found worked in this film was the innocence of the kids, because while this shit's going on, the haunting, I would say, I put quotations over it because you don't really know what the fuck's going on, you know? There's a couple theories that I have in the film, but I don't want to spoil anything. But the innocence is kind of the fucked up part of the film, because the kids, they have no fucking clue what's going on. They're so innocent. They're young kids, and that's the most disturbing part of the film. And towards the end of the film is when stuff really starts kicking off. And it's not like in a big, gigantic way. It's just where I found myself to be the most uncomfortable in, especially the ending. The last fucking shot is just so uncomfortable to look at. I wouldn't say this film is as scary as I've seen, but it's definitely the movie that has made me feel the most uncomfortable while watching it. And I believe part of that is because I watched it with headphones on, and that's the most effective way of viewing it, in my opinion. I tried watching it again, like in my TV, and it's still uncomfortable, but it doesn't really just hit how it did when I first watched it with the headphones on. I'll give this film like a 6.5 out of 10. It's not super scary, but it's just uncomfortable to watch. You guys should really check this movie out. It's a new taste in horror, and I hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.